Hello world, Meister Mosey here. Just another day in the life, still alive. Gloomy ass Sunday though. Guess I'm not going to the park. In any case, as we know, it's like what's today? May 13th, Sunday I guess, which happens to be Mother's Day. So, I mean, it's really Mother's Day every single day, so I don't really celebrate these consumer holidays in this country. And I will explain why in a little bit. Or right now, actually. Fuck it. With this idea, you know, we live in a country or in a world today, a society, where there is this disease that's now began spreading, and it's spreading via our women, and it's called feminism. And the number one reason for single mothers in this day and age, today, right now, as you're watching this, the reason there's so many single mothers out there is because of feminism. And that's because feminism is something that is not positive. It's a dysfunctional ideology. It's this ideology that, you know, women are now being infused with or are now embracing after they've been socialized, you know, for so, you know, throughout especially their teenagehood. You know, like women today have a conflict with what they were nurtured with or how they were nurtured in their very early life, from like 0 to, you know, 5 years old, 6 to their adolescence, you know, to before they, you know, started becoming women, you know, when before that first, you know, production of their eggs, you know, which is between 9 and 13 years old. So between that time, how they're socialized and how they're nurtured is becomes a conflict with how they become nurtured after that. You know what I'm saying? And the nurturing that's taking place today is founded in this ideology, or based in this ideology known as feminism. And I should know, because that is actually what I am facing right now. I am facing, you know, 2 generations of feminists, you know what I'm saying, and one who's like all the way in there, like, is deluded by the idea that they can achieve what a man can achieve, or they can be as powerful as a man, this blah 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 blah, when it's not the case. You know, like, women are powerful as women, not as powerful as men, or not equally as powerful as men. They are powerful as women. They're as powerful as a woman can be, just as a man is as powerful as a man can be. I cannot be as powerful as a woman. You know, I can't give birth. I cannot give birth. That's some powerful shit. Giving birth is some powerful. It's a force of nature to give birth. You know what I'm saying? Or to born a child. You know what I'm saying? That is powerful. That a man cannot step into. You know what I'm saying? And that's nature's way of reminding us that we each have our own powerful capacities. You know what I'm saying? None equal to the other, more complementary to the other. You know what I'm saying? And that's what this feminism idea has now infused in our women, is this idea of equality, meaning you can do everything that a man can do, but a man can't do everything that you can do. Like, what? Okay, that is one, like, there's no logic in that. It's childish. It's extremely childish mentality, right? To say that, yeah, I can do all this, but wait, you can't do all that, only I. What the get the fuck out of here with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially, yeah, you can do it. Do that when you're 9 years old, 6, 7 years old. Do it. But once you're an adult, and once you're an adult expecting to be equal to a man, fuck out of here with that shit. You cannot, no, it's not going to stand. It will not stand. There is no foundation in such a mentality, hence all these single mothers out here. You know what I'm saying? It's all these single mothers who have been conditioned. It's not their fault. It becomes their fault when they choose, when they're being told, when they're being presented with, you know, solutions to making things work in a, you know, in the most natural way, right? But they choose to go, you know, the other direction. And yeah, you deserve, you should be single. You know, you should, fuck it. You know what I mean? But for the most part, it's not really their fault. This is how they've been conditioned. We condition our women like this. And it's also the man's fault, you know, for you leaving your daughter to be, you know, conditioned by bitter women who now believe they are equal to you because they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, you know, because it is a woman's duty, especially once, you know, during the baby time, it is a woman's sole duty to ensure that baby is healthy. You know what I'm saying? It's not that hard. It's not that hard. It's a very simple thing. But now the women today have been, you know, convinced that they can be in the workplace and they can do this, blah, 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 blah. It's fucking nonsense. It does not work in nature. It doesn't. And how you know it doesn't work? There's all the conflict that arises from all of this mentalities. And all these single mothers, you know, they are out here proud, single mother. Yeah, what are you proud about? You're proud that you drove away the man that planted his seed in you, and now you're celebrating the fact that you had to do what you had to do on your own because of doing that. That's nothing to be proud of. You know what I'm saying? You're good. You're doing what you're supposed to do. You're responsible. You're the one who took on that responsibility. You know. You wanted to drive away the man. You're talking about, men are intimidated by ambitious. No, man, we're not intimidated by ambitious. We're turned off by overly ambitious women whose ambitions are beyond creating an environment for the child, for that offspring, you know, for that life that they give birth to, that they bore, you know. If that is not your sole ambition after you become a mother, then you're not intimidating me. You're turning me off. You're driving me away. You're pushing me away because that is what a man desires. That's what every man needs. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we're the ones who are out there, like, because it's in our nature. Like I said in one of my previous videos, as men, you know what I'm saying? We can inseminate women well into our 70s, you know, depending on how we take care of our bodies, you know? So I need to quit these fuckers. Yo, shit. Or I'll be like my grandfather. This dude was like in his 60s, giving birth to my aunt who's like 3 years younger than me. You know what I'm saying? Because we can still do that as men. Women stop. They have a time where it cuts off. You know what I'm saying? So if your ambitions is not to ensure, you know, that gift that you received before that time period for gifts to be received cuts off, you know what I'm saying? Like, if that's not your ambition, if you're not overly ambitious about that duty, that's a turnoff for every man. That's a turnoff for every man. You're not intimidating. You're not intimidating me. Well, what? Intimidating me because you're powerful? You have these ambitions. You want to work on this. You want to work on that. Blah, blah. That intimidating me? No, you're turning me off. Because you're telling me the seed that I gave you is not important. That is not worth your ambitions. The seed that I gave you. That is not worth your ambitions for you to forget about everything else and ensure that that seed, that child, is properly taken care of in a way that makes sure that they're free of whatever things that may be binding us. You know what I'm saying? Whatever might be binding you or whatever might be binding me. You know? In my own life, that's what we're supposed to be doing. And that's what these nihilistic people who like say, nah, I don't have children, blah, blah, blah. It's because, yeah, they realize that it's hard to do that. It's hard to not infuse the things that were infused into you to your child. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to separate, you know? But it's only hard when you don't think about it, when you don't face that shit. If you don't sit down and see, well, my dad is like this, my dad is like that, did this, oh shit. Man, I don't want to do that. That's probably why he did that. My mom's like this, she's like this, that's probably why she did that. And you know what I'm saying? If you're not able to sit down and look at your parents, you know what I'm saying, your mother and your father, and see what it is that makes them tick or what from them you took and are in you, the sins of our fathers, you know, that's what the sins of our fathers are. It's the characteristics of our mother and our father that are infused on us by nurture, by the nature of nurture. You know what I'm saying? Those are the people that you're around. Those are the people you're observing, you know? So, yeah, if you grow up seeing your parents arguing all the time, most likely you're going to be in a situation where you're arguing all the time. If you don't see your parents arguing all the time, or if you see one of your parents acting a specific way towards the other parent, you're going to act in that way when it's your time to be a parent. You know what I'm saying? And that's how this idea of being submissive, which is now being seen as, oh, being weak because you're being submissive. No, a submissive woman is one of the wisest women, because she knows when to express her strength as a woman and when not to. She knows when it's called for and when it's not called for, you know? And the reason why there's all these single mothers is because they don't know when all that feistiness is called for, you know? A man wants that ready to fight, ready to do all this stuff when it's him calling you to battle, you know? You know what I'm saying? When he's like, yo, you gotta deal with this, whatever. Yes, now you can take on that. But to take it on against the man, especially if that man is, you know, responsible for life that you bore into this world, that is frankly folly. It's stupid. Any woman who does that and then starts celebrating single mother, yeah, no, you're an idiot, woman. The fuck do you mean? Like, especially like the mother of my child that I'm dealing with, who is gonna end up being single, you know? Not single mother, most likely probably will end up being single, because I'm not going to leave my son to be nurtured by the people, you know, or who are saying the things they're saying about me. You know what I'm saying? Which she knows are lies. That's the bottom line. If it was true, then maybe, okay, I would put up with it. But if you're lying, if you're straight up lying, and my son is around those lies, no, it's not going to happen. And if you think it's going to happen, cool. And the bottom line is, yeah, like I'm saying, she's going to end up being single because, yeah, that's what she's doing. Like, and it's because of this feminist mentality, which is never, ever, ever, ever going to create anything sustainable, anything functional. It's a dysfunctional. It's a parasite that creates dysfunctionality. You know, it's the woman pretending to be the head of the household, but expecting to be taken care of. Like, what the fuck? Pick or choose one. Do you want me to take care of you? Okay, you will follow my rules if you want me to take care of you, because this is how I'll be able to do it. Oh, you don't want me to take... Fine, take care of your fucking self. Alright? Period. It's nothing about intimidation. Like, only one of us can be the man. Only one of us can be the woman. You know what I'm saying? Unless you want to... Okay, so wait. So you're saying you want to take care of me? That's the only way it can go. I'm either taking care of you, you go by my rules, or you're taking care of me, and it goes by your rules. If I don't like your rules, I fuck off. You don't like my rules? Fuck off. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? You just don't pretend to go along with it, you know, at the beginning of the courtship. No. This is what these women do. Then you get children. Then you end up single. Then you're over here celebrating being a single mother. No, man. No. That is a lie. You are lying to yourself. There is nothing to be proud of. The only mothers who should celebrate Mother's Day are the mothers who are celebrating it with the father of their child. Those are the ones who should be celebrating any day called Mother's Day. You women out here, single mothers, you know what I'm saying? Because you drove the man away, because you're too ambitious, because you're too powerful, because you're really strong and he couldn't handle your strength, right? Because he couldn't, right? You should not be celebrating Mother's Day, you know? You should be celebrating Father's Day, actually. You know what I'm saying? Just that one, just Father's Day, because you took the role of the father and the mother, right? Can't be both. Don't lie to yourself. This is why you have all these dysfunctional people out here. You know what I'm saying? Homosexuality, like being gay, some people are naturally wired to it because there's a spiritual connotation to it. And there are people who are naturally wired to it and they're the type of people who wouldn't even indulge in like the physical activities that come with the homosexual, being gay or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But these other people that now it's becoming this trend and this whatever, this is a result of that dysfunctionality. One figure is missing in the household. You have a boy seeing only women around, seeing how women behave and blah blah blah. So okay, he's gonna start doing that shit. Or you have a girl seeing only how men act. So of course now she's gonna act like a man. You know what I'm saying? Because one of the figures, they didn't have the boy didn't have a man to show him how to be a man, and the girl didn't have a woman to show them how to be a woman. So they grow up this broken, twisted adults who don't fucking know what role to play or what role nature has set up for them. Because all these roles, like gender roles, it's not gender roles. This is natural roles. This is why women, once they have children, they prefer stability. You know what I'm saying? At the beginning, yeah, all this blah blah blah. But you still, once we have a child, you gotta be stable. That is nature. You need to have resources to be able to support this living being. Women have that ingrained in them. Everywhere, nowhere on earth will you go where you will not find a woman who does not desire stability in terms of the household, most especially once a child is in the picture. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. So what people say, gender roles, what was known as traditional, what men do, what women do, that was not gender roles. That was nature's roles. Alright? It's that simple. But no, we gotta, patriarchy. No. There was, what? That patriarchal stuff only existed in places where it was scarce, where scarcity was the ruling mentality. Where I'm from, yeah, we might have had a ruling of the men, because we're the ones who were defending our women and our land. You know what I'm saying? So of course we're the ones who are going to be ensuring, like, but the women were the ones who were influencing how that ruling was conducted. It's that simple. The women didn't like it, like, we were fucked. You know? And where I'm from, forcing yourself upon a woman was like, you're asking for death. You're asking for death. You force yourself upon a woman, oh man, you better pray she does not go back and tell her fathers and her brothers and her uncles, because you're fucked. You're fucked. It's that simple. But now in a place where, oh, it's every man for himself, people, now no one gives a damn. Oh, yeah, whatever. Oh, okay, fuck it, we can't do anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's all about everybody fending for themselves. This idea of scarcity, and that's what feminism is. It's a disease, or a symptom of a disease that sows dysfunctionality, and that result in all these single mothers out here. It's that simple, guys. Alright? So when you're hearing these women talking about how men are intimidated by them, and they're too ambitious, and they need this, blah blah blah, da da da, you know, and that all they care about is money, especially if all they care about is money, guys, that is a recipe for nothing sustainable. Alright, guys? Because, like, especially dollars, like, look at that piece of paper, man. It's a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper with dead presidents. That's it. It's not money. It's not even money. It's not real money. So that's what I'm saying. If that's what's driving these women, if that's what's important to these women, if they're too ambitious for you, if their drive to get dollars is way more than yours, shit, man. Yeah, stay the fuck away from her, man. You know what I'm saying? Because that is not a healthy woman. Because a healthy woman will know, especially once she has a child, that's where her ambitions should be focused on. Nothing else. There's nothing else to focus on as a woman once you have a child. Once you have life. That's a life. Look at me, bruh. Look at this. This was from my mother. My mother. Right? My mother took the responsibility, man. Because of a gift my father gave her. How much she valued it. I've never heard my mother talk shit about my father. Been separated for 20 plus years, almost now. You know what I'm saying? Never heard her talk shit about my father. Never. Ever. That's a mother. That is a mother. Right there. Fellow. If there's Mother's Day, if it was valid, this would be for such mothers. If your mother is like that, if you've never heard your mother talk shit about your father, regardless of whether they're together or not, that is a mother. Alright, guys? But it doesn't matter how old the baby is, whether they can hear or understand. Right? You're not a mother if you're talking shit about the father of that child that you kept. You might as well have gotten rid of it if that's what you were going to be doing. You know what I'm saying? And you deserve not to be single mother, you deserve to be single. Until the next fool or lucky guy, once you've realized, you know, your position or what it is to be a woman, you know? Because nowadays these women feel like they can tell us what it is to be a woman. No. That's opposite. That's backwards. The man tells you what a woman is. You can't tell me what a woman is for me, man. And you definitely cannot tell me what a man is, because you're not a man. I can tell you what a woman is for me. You know? But you can't tell me what a man is. You cannot. Even for yourself. You cannot tell me what a man is. Because that idea of a man is something that's been ingrained in you. It's something that was put in your mind. That's the thing about, for us men, this is something else. It's more of like this lone wolf type of thing. But it's still, you know, because we're social beings, it's still like fostered in a hive mentality of some sort. But everywhere you go, man. Everywhere you go, man. Man, we wanna be out there. We wanna be out, adventure. I wanna build this, I wanna build that, blah blah blah. Those of us who really don't wanna do that, you know what I'm saying? These are the ones who were probably raised by a single mother. They did not see a man in action, so they don't know how to be a man in action. They did not see a woman in action, so they don't know how to be a woman in action. It's that simple. Mother in action, did not see one. Father in action, did not see one. And you got all these single mothers, guys. There is nothing to be proud of if you're a single mother. Because you drove away the father, or you are driving away the father. And how exactly does that make you a good mother? How? If you're driving away the man responsible for that gift of life, how are you being a good mother? How? And most especially if that man wants to be in that life's life. How? I will wait 10,000 years for an answer of how that is a good mother. Alright, guys? Peace.